way over that. We're moving on from that.
Okay.
Florida's going to win the cup anyway, so I don't feel as bad. I'm not really a Leafs fan.
This is a production
I'm not a
of
big hockey.
the
I'm not
Must
really
See
a hockey
TV
guy.
Broadcast Network. Like, share, join, and follow us for all the latest updates. Like what you see, then throw. Those stars and show your support.
What are you doing?
And don't be shy, subscribe to the
What are you doing
Caveman.
behind the curtain?
He won't bite. And if you're watching us right now on YouTube, then you already know what to do. Smash that like and subscribe button. Even one view can prevent one puppy from being shaven. A big fist pump goes to Donna, AI, and Music Mint for the incredible music that is in this episode. All rights belong to Christopher Michael Egerhos, a.k.a. the Caveman. So if he's ready, and if you're ready, then let's kick this show off. Growl, growl.
Lights up on the screen, it's time to see 5 days a week, we're where you wanna be. Exclusive shows and reels, we got the vibe. Tune into the network, hop on Facebook Live. Riding with the stars in our unique groove. Laughter twists and turns within every move.
I'm joking.
Must see TV.
You're talking a language I don't even want to go to. I have no clue about any of it. As men, I don't think we can even have an opinion on that.
Give us a call.
You're right.
Oh, you know it's must see TV. Come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live.
Yeah,
Catch the magic through the
sorry ladies, don't mind him, he's old.
Must see TV, the place where
He's lived in a cave his whole life.
jump right in, the fun's about to start. Bringing shows and stories straight to your heart. With every post and every share, we're free. Gotta get that fix of must-see TV. Round and round, don't let this moment fade. Together on this ride, the best we've ever made. Get the popcorn ready, it's your time to shine. Must-see TV will keep you feeling fine. Oh, you know it's must-see TV. Come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must-see TV, the place where worlds meet. Oh, you know it's must-see TV. Come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must-see TV, the place where worlds meet. Wooden floors creak under your feet. Neon glow hums steady and sweet. Posters fading on the weathered wall. This is the heartbeat where we hear it all. The LP shop doors swing open wide. Music's pulse pulling you inside. From the heart of rock to country soul, feel the vibe that makes the broken whole.
Hello gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the LP Shop. Season 3, Episode 4. Episode 4 already. Jesus. Murphy. It's going fast.
It is.
Yeah. So I would like to introduce now my co-host, my fellow showrunner. He's the one, the only, the indomitable Tyson Brighton, my son. How's it going, son?
Very well, thank you. Am I the peanut butter to your jam?
Yeah, you're the Robin to my Batman, yeah.
No, you're the Robin to my Batman.
No, you're the Robin to my Batman.
No, I'm the Batman.
No, I'm the Batman.
Well, that's your opinion.
No, I mean, I'm older, son, so I think I've seen your... Yeah. So we have Sparkles
I'm
here.
younger and stronger.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's probably true. Sparkles, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Sparkles?
Just, hi, Sparkles.
Sparkle? Wait.
Hello. I couldn't find the button.
Sparkles is in the house.
Yeah. Yep. So we're gonna do the next tracks in Bon Jovi album Forever, I think it's called. Right? And
Yeah.
Jennifer Nettles, That Girl. So let's go to Jennifer Nettles first. And let's go to track 4.
That Girl.
Oh,
which
God.
Is the title cut. I mean, I love the feel of the track as it begins. But as the voice comes in, I dislike the phrasing and the approach.
Yeah, me too.
It gets better moving into the chorus. I think the vocal in the chorus is actually fantastic. So I'm hot and cold with this song. It's so catchy, kind of grows on me as it went on, and I did enjoy the lyrical approach.
It just was annoying to me. It was grating. I'm not hot and cold. I am very cold. I didn't like this track whatsoever. I thought it overstayed its welcome. I know what they were going for. It was like a jam kind of song, like jam out, like rock out, but it just didn't have that flow, that flavor. It just, for me, was more annoying than anything else.
Yeah. I'm not really enjoying her as a solo artist.
I'm not either. Yeah.
I think sometimes in a band setting, there's something special about that. And when you think about it, how many artists have failed as solo artists that leave bands or, leave a duo?
You son of a bitch. I've been saying that since track 1. I told you that already. You're like, nah.
I mean, I'm allowed to change my opinion.
That's true.
Like
that's true. Okay, yeah,
I
that's
do
true.
it every day.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
So, I mean, not like you. You probably don't change your underwear every day, so you have the same opinion every day, but maybe I'm wrong.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Right. Like, I will always admit when I'm incorrect about something. So on this, I'm saying that, yes, I believe I may have been incorrect, and I may have been a little bit too hard on the caveman's opinion.
Oh, shocker. Caveman may have been right once again.
Well, don't go as far as to say that.
But I agree. There's something special about when someone is in a band, and when you take the artist out of that band, and very rarely does this happen where they go off to make a solo career actually work. I'm thinking, of course, I'm thinking of the lead singer from Stained. He went off and had an amazing, Eric Lewis had an amazing career, but he never really lost his voice. He took that voice with him.
No, but you know what? I think a lot of it comes down to who's writing the songs, too.
Yeah.
If you can succeed as a solo artist, if you're a good singer and you're the main songwriter, because your songwriting style is going to continue on to produce good music, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, like, I think of people that have gone solo, like David Lee Roth is
Yes,
a perfect
yes.
example. He was successful as a solo artist because he had so much input. Of course, he wasn't writing the music, but he was a writer of words, and he knew how to put melodies together and over top of Eddie Van Halen's music. So, you know, he hires other guys like Steve Vai, for instance, great guitar player, to come into his band, and he's successful because he knows how to do that. And I just use David Lee Roth as a good example.
That's true. That's true. And also, I think it's something to say that I think a lot of people had overestimated Jennifer Nettles, right? I think just because of her voice.
And that's just it. You can't, unless someone else is writing your songs for you. If you're deciding that, oh, you know what, I'm a songwriter because I had some say in Sugarland. I don't know how that all worked.
Okay,
so
that's fair.
I can't. I would assume that the other gentleman in the band, I think he had a major influence on the music side of it. This just doesn't add up to what that was.
Yes, yes. What would you give this song out of 10?
I'm still going to give it a 6.5.
I think you're there. I'm going to give it a 5.
Yeah.
So I think we're right there. We're right there. We're not too far apart.
That's very fair, right?
Right, right. So let's move on to track 5.
This Angel.
Oh my God.
Letting out a big sigh. So you know where this is going. Another song for me to listen to, great. I'm not really a fan of slow and mellow. I want loud and driving with screaming guitar. But I'll even take the in-between.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be a good song. It's got to be catchy. This puts me to sleep.
Yes, yes.
It has fucking cello on it.
Yeah, it's
like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to say is next song.
Yeah. That's, I mean, it maybe, like, I had to listen to it again. I'm like, I fell asleep. Like, what happened? It's just a typical ballad. And here's the thing. There was nothing special about that ballad. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all for country ballads if they're different, right? If they have something to say. If there's, like, some hook to it, right? But it has to... There's been a lot of country ballads, right? And too many generic country ballads. And this is just another generic country ballad.
Just another... I am all about the hook.
Yeah.
I think a hook is the most important thing in a song. It's what captures you. It's what makes you sing it in your head over and over again. That's why it's called a hook.
Yeah.
Because it hooks you in.
Yeah.
There's nothing about this song that has hooked me in.
No.
In terms of writing, I think it's a complete failure.
Yes. It's just generic. It hits, I mean, let's Angel, Guardians, Boom, Sons from Heaven, okay, we've been here before. It's generic. What would you give it?
I give it a 1.
I'll close the curtain. It's just too generic for me to be like, oh, I'm going to give it a score. I'm closing the curtain.
Whoa.
It's
You're not... That wasn't very nice of you.
No, it's garbage. All right, let's go to the last... oh, my God. Let's go to track 6. And
okay, so this has an island vibe, right?
Yeah.
Instrumentation is very cool. It moves nicely. Vocally, she brings it up much more than she did on the last track. I find it strong. I do love the chorus. It's very captured me. I mean, I put a visual. Sometimes you put a visual in your head.
Yes.
Song, right? So,
it's telling a story, right? How many times have we talked, even in the music lounge, where I'm like, you know, I can listen. You know, this has. I can put a visual representation to the vibe of the entire album, and I understand. That's totally fair.
Yeah, and I mean, for this particular song, I can picture the night sky. It's hot out. and the stars are out and you're dancing with your partner in the summer heat, or you're in the Caribbean and it's always hot. It just kind of felt that way to me. It actually, to me, that's touching. This is the kind of mellow that I can sink my teeth into. It's not sappy, and it kind of gets to the point. So I mean, I think there is some success. As bad as this album has been, this one was a little bit more, touched me a little bit more. I kind of enjoyed it.
For me, the chorus is just too annoying. There's something off about the chorus, and I listened to it like multiple times, and for me, something just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
And for me, it has to like, and I don't know what that is, right? Sometimes you can like put a word to it, right? And sometimes you can't. But I can't put the words to like what I'm feeling with the lyrics. It's just something that I'm hearing is off to me.
Here's a funny analogy that I just kind of popped into my head. I'm big on the fact of listening to people's different versions of songs.
Yes.
And sometimes a band will record a song and it'll go nowhere. And then another band will take this song and it becomes a hit.
Yes.
Which is very odd, but sometimes it's just the moment, how the band perceives the song, how the band plays it. You know, I've heard versions of songs that I love, and I've heard maybe an original or someone else wrote the song and they recorded it and went, geez, this just does not have that same type of feel and vibe. I think there's certain artists that can take songs and just make them simply amazing. I mean, I think back to the 80s and I think of Poison doing Your Mama Don't Dance.
Yes, yes.
If you've ever heard the Loggins and Messina version, it will put you to sleep. You know, or Smoking in the Boys Room by Motley Crue, Brownsville State. It's okay. But certain bands can take a song and just propel them to that next level of making it, you know, so much better. So with that said, going back to Jennifer Nettles, I wonder if other artists recorded some of these songs and we might enjoy them a lot better. I think a lot of the things in this album is her voice that really I don't enjoy. It's
too overpowering.
It's too overpowering.
Yeah.
It's almost like she should be singing another genre of music.
Yes.
Like she should not be singing country. She should be doing like some Celine Dion playing in Las Vegas. You know? So in a lot of ways, when I'm listening to these songs, I'm trying to take it from the perspective of imagining it as the song without her singing it, or having, you know, you can't get past the fact that she's singing it, but taking the song for what it is as a song.
Right.
And I think this track, Jealousy, kind of, that's maybe why I feel the way I feel about it, is because the music has moved me, because the instrumentation and the way the music flows does a lot for me than what her actual vocal.
That's fair. That's fair.
Right?
Yeah. What would you give it out of 10?
Well, I'm still going to give it a 7.5.
Okay. I'm giving it a 4.5.
Fair. I mean, I don't think you enjoyed it as much as I did.
No. It's just the chorus. It's just, for me, something, like I said, something was off about that chorus.
Yes. Absolutely.
All right, let's. I know before we move on, we want to know what you thought of these tracks down below. And now we move on to Bon Jovi. Forever. Track 4, Waves.
Did I actually happen to mention the name of the tribute band that I am in?
No.
It is actually called Bon Jovi Forever.
Oh.
But we've been using it for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it came from, there was a T-shirt that Bon Jovi had that said Bon Jovi Forever, and
Right.
then all of a sudden he releases an album. But now it makes me believe that it's not Bon Jovi Forever, because Bon Jovi should just retire.
You didn't like the song at all?
No, I don't mind this song, actually.
Yeah, me too. I actually dug this song pretty.
Like-
yeah.
This is track 4, entitled Waves.
Yes.
I like the movement of this song. It actually
Yes.
feels like on a wave.
Yeah.
The vibe is cool. The build-up into the chorus is strong.
It feels like Bon Jovi.
Yeah, vocally it feels a little more natural and less struggling for John Bon Jovi.
Yes.
It is a little mellow, but, I mean, it's got a great guitar solo that fits the track really well. To me, there's much more here. It is an album track, but it's not rocket science. It's as Mick said, it's I know it's rock and roll.
Yeah.
But I like it. So, and I love the ending riff. It ended nicely. So this one was actually, I was actually pleasantly surprised
Me too.
by this.
I listened to the song like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, all right, this is Bon Jovi. This is what I'm saying. This is the flavor. This is the feel. All right, let's go some fucking rock and roll. This is a...
And the thing I don't understand is, why was this not released as a single?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because to date, this is the strongest track on the album.
Yeah,
I think this may have had a little bit of traction.
right.
It may not. It wouldn't probably have gone to number 1, but I think whoever is, I don't know if they worked with. I'm sure they still work with an A&R guy at Island Records, which is Universal, I think now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, originally it was Mercury, and then Island bought Mercury, and I think Mercury bought by Universal, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Regardless, whoever made the decision to release the first single, what was that called?
I have no idea. It's garbage.
It was Legendary,
Yeah, oh my god.
which was horrible, right?
It was garbage.
We both agreed that it was a shitty song.
Yes.
But this is, like, if you're trying to portray Bon Jovi in 2025, this would be a great song to say, hey, you know what? We're not going to give you the same thing that we've been giving you for the last 10 years. Check out this. This is different.
Yeah.
This is the evolution of our band. This is what we're sounding like now.
I agree. What would you give it out of 10?
I'm giving it a 7.1.
I'm giving it an 8.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a positive.
All right, so let's move on to track 5, Seeds. Or Seed.
And here we are again. This is not for me.
Oh, you didn't like this song?
No, I hated it.
Oh, I thought it was fucking awesome.
This is Bon Jovi trying to be 20 other new bands. It's so disappointing for me to hear the band sound this way. If someone said to me, hey, I'm a new Bon Jovi fan, right? What albums would you suggest to listen to? It would definitely not be this one.
Well, here's where I'm coming from, and I can only speak for myself.
Okay.
I am gauging this song for the prior songs we listened to.
Right.
Right? That's all I'm doing. Remember, what we're doing is listening to these songs in a vacuum. Am I saying this song right here is so amazing than any other Bon Jovi songs before it? Absolutely not. I'm only comparing what I have listened to in this album. And for me, this song was fantastic.
Okay. Well, here maybe I'm just so biased when it comes to Bon Jovi, because what bothers me about Bon Jovi now is that when I listen to the great songs of the 80s that were huge hits, and then I listen to this now. So I ask the question, is it your age? Or is it the fact that to get popular, to become famous, you are following a trend? You have not stuck to what you originally were. And I agree with musicians evolving. But this evolution of Bon Jovi going from 1986 with Slippery When Wet to this shit is fucking disappointing to me.
But you can't compare this song to those songs. Remember,
to me, it falls on integrity.
Okay.
Falls
That's
on
fair.
What?
That's fair.
It falls on the fact that were you full of shit back in 1986? Were you just writing songs to become famous and writing songs that you didn't really believe in and that you didn't really like? Because the last 5 albums have sounded like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So to me, it feels like he's a phony.
That's fair.
And being a fan from those beginning days of loving Bon Jovi and guitar solos and loud drums and big hair and explosives, and this is, it just makes me feel like in some ways did you try to fool me?
That's fair. That's completely fair. Like I said, I'm comparing this song to the first tracks that I've listened to and comparing this song to those tracks. Wave and this song is superior.
Maybe I go back and open and listen to it with a different objective.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
Well, I mean, you're like me when we do series, right? Since I'm so ingrained in the industry, right? I have maybe sometimes a certain bias when I'm and I have to like come at it. But this is why these shows exist, right? We're taking a look at these tracks in a vacuum.
Yeah, I hope that the singer in our band will never say, "I would love to do Seeds."
What would you give it at a 10?
It's a 1.
Oh, it's a 7.
Well, nice. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I think we're going to agree on the last track here, though.
I don't know. Track 6, Kiss the Bride. Okay, we agree already. Nope.
No.
I hate this.
It's so garbage. It's so boring.
Is this the same band that wrote Bad Medicine and Living on a Prayer? Like, seriously. It's horrible.
Yeah. It's
I
not
asked the
good.
question, Bon Jovi just still putting out music to fulfill a contract? Is somebody putting a gun to his head and saying, like, you've got to play this shitty music? Or are these his golden years? I can't. I just can't do this song. Why did I even suggest this album, honestly? To torture myself and
what I
torture
say.
us both?
Yeah. We had a war. Remember? You're like, let's do this. Oh, let's do this thing.
I was probably snickering, going, he's going to hate this. I'm going to love it. Because we always want to piss off our parents, right?
Yeah. That's true.
So,
That's true.
did I piss you off? Did I succeed?
Well, I threw in Jennifer Nettles, That Girl, so we kind of tit for tat, and I think...
Yeah, that's...
I mean, to the preview of this season, I cried. I mean, our fans can go back on the Vault channel and look at me just...
Well, I think with the 5 albums we've chosen for this season, I think we're going to have to, like, really sit down and go... for the next season to say, you know what, we got to step up our game a little bit here because there's a lot of negativity.
What are you talking about? You suggested it. I said, son, do you know the shit we went through last season? And apparently you didn't.
What about that Tangier album?
Oh my god,
that was great.
Yeah, that was good. Tangier, that was great. Yeah.
What about Ghost? I know you really enjoyed that.
What would you give this song? What would you give this song?
It gets well, but can I make a side note?
Okay.
It was fun. I just want to mention this. I just did an interview with a gentleman named Colin Parkinson. He's a bass player from Britain in a band called Inglorious.
Yeah,
And
I know the band. Yeah.
so, anyways, we got in a discussion. He was talking about bands that he likes. And guess who one of them was?
Don't say Ghost.
Ghost.
Oh my god.
I know.
Did you say why?
No, we talked through it, and he said, you know what, at first I wasn't sure about it, but as I dove into it a little bit more, I did start to like it.
I don't understand people. I don't. So I'm going to close the curtain once again. I never want to hear the song again.
You're not going to play it on your wedding day for your 100th wedding?
No, it's gonna be I Want to Make a Memory. That's that song.
By Bon Jovi off Lost Highway?
Yeah.
That's a great...
Yeah. That's a great song. All right. So, continue your thought.
Pardon?
Continue your thought.
No, I was just commenting on I want to make a memory, and that gets me thinking about that Lost Highway album for the future.
Yeah,
because that would be a good one to do because it's much better than this one.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, guys, we want to know now from you, what did you think of these tracks down below, and share, like, follow. You know, we go through this crap for you guys, so you don't have to. So, before we end the show, let's do some caveman growls.
Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, it is not showing on the screen.
All right. So,
hey, how about you give caveman growl to me?
Oh yeah, your band. Okay, so even though your band members don't watch, which they absolutely fucking should.
They should.
Bon Jovi forever, from me to you, all you cats. Get a big bad caveman. And son. There you go. So guys, that will do it for this week. We will be back next week. I promise you guys, and I'm sorry, a lot of stuff is happening behind the scenes. We're getting new technology and new equipment. So, yeah, we're gonna be leveling up here soon. We'll go into that when we have some information to give you guys. So, until we see each other on Monday, guys, take care, be safe, be well. Tuesday.
Peace out.
Tuesday? Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll see each other Tuesday. Until then, take care, be safe, be well, and we love you all! 50,000 plus, and may the Schwartz be with you. Go, Sens, go! Sparkles, take me home!
Go, let's go!
Stacks of vinyl like